First Chronicles chapter 7 verse 1 through chapter 8 verse 40. The sons of Issachar, Tola, Puah, Jashub, and Shimron. 4. The sons of Tola, Uzi, Rephaiah, Jeriel, Jemai, Ibsam, and Shemuel, heads of their fathers' houses, namely of Tola, mighty warriors of their generations. Their number in the days of David being 22,600. The son of Uzi, Izrahiah, and the sons of Izrahiah, Michelle, Obadiah, Joel, and Ishiah. All 5 of them were chief men, and along with them, by their generations, according to their fathers' houses, were units of the army for war, 36,000, for they had many wives and sons. Their kinsmen belonging to all the clans of Issachar were in all 87,000 mighty warriors enrolled by genealogy. The sons of Benjamin, Bela, Besher, and Jediael. 3. The sons of Bela, Ezbon, Uzi, Uziel, Jeremoth, and Ir. 5 heads of fathers' houses, mighty warriors, and their enrollment by genealogies was 22,034. The sons of Besher, Zemariah, Joash, Eleazar, Elionai, Omri, Jeremoth, Abijah, Anathoth, and Elamith. All these were the sons of Besher, and their enrollment by genealogies according to their generations as head of their fathers' houses, mighty warriors, was 20,200. The son of Jediael, Bilhan, and all the sons of Bilhan, Jeush, Benjamin, Ehud, Chenaniah, Zethan, Tarshish, and Aar. All these were the sons of Jediael, according to the heads of their fathers' houses, mighty warriors, 17,200 able to go to war. And Shupim and Hupim were the sons of Ir, Hushim the son of Aer. The sons of Naphtali, Jehaziel, Guni, Jezer, and Shalom, the descendants of Bilhah. The sons of Manasseh, Azriel, whom is Aramean, concubine bore. She bore Machir, the father of Gilead, and Machir took a wife for Hupim and for Shupim. The name of his sister was Maacah, and the name of the second was Zelophehad. And Zelophehad had daughters, and Maacah the wife of Machir bore a son, and she called his name Perish. And the name of his brother was Sherish, and his sons were Ulam and Racham. The son of Ulam, Medin. These were the sons of Gilead, the son of Machir, son of Manasseh, and his sister Hameleketh bore Ishad, Abiezer, and Mela. The sons of Shemida were Ahian, Shechem, Likhi, and Aniam. The sons of Ephraim, Shuthelah, and Bered, his son, Tahath, his son, Eliada, his son, Tahath, his son, Zabad, his son, Shuthelah, his son, and Ezer and Eliad, whom the men of Gath, who were born in the land, killed because they came down to raid their livestock. And Ephraim, their father, mourned many days, and his brothers came to comfort him. And Ephraim went in to his wife, and she conceived and bore a son. And he called his name Beriah, because disaster had befallen his house. His daughter was Sheerah, who built both Lower and Upper Beth-horon and Uzan Sheerah. Repha, his son, was his son. Resheph, his son. Telah, his son. Tahan, his son. Ladan, his son. Ammihud, his son. Elishama, his son. Nun, his son. Joshua, his son. Their possessions and settlements were Bethel and its towns, and to the east Naaran, and to the west Gezer and its towns, Shechem and its towns, and Aiah and its towns. Also in possession of the Manassites, Bethshean and its towns, Taanach and its towns, Megiddo and its towns, Dor and its towns. In these lived the sons of Joseph, the son of Israel. The sons of Asher, Imnah, Isva, Ishvi, Beriah, and their sister Sarah. The sons of Beriah, Heber and Malechiel, who fathered Birzaith. Heber fathered Japhlet, Shomer, Hotham, and their sister Shua. The sons of Japhlet, Pesach, Bimhal, and Ashvath. These are the sons of Japhlet. The sons of Shemer his brother, Roga, Jehuba, and Aram. The sons of Helam his brother, Zophah, Imnah, Shelish, and Amal. The sons of Zophah, Sua, Harnepher, Shual, Beri, Imrah, Bezer, Had, Shammah, Shilsha, Ithron, and Bera. The sons of Jether, Jephunneh, Pispa, and Era. The sons of Ulah, Era, Haniel, and Rizia. All these were the men of Asher, heads of fathers' houses, approved mighty warriors, chiefs of the princes. Their numbers enrolled by genealogies for service in war was 26,000 men. Benjamin fathered Bela his firstborn, Ashbel the second, Aharah the third, Noah the fourth, and Rapha the fifth. And Bela had sons, Adar, Gera, Abuhud, Abushua, Naaman, Ahoa, Gera, Shephaphun, and Huram. These are the sons of Ehud. They were heads of fathers' houses of the inhabitants of Geba, and they were carried into exile to Manahath. Naaman, Ahijah, and Gera, that is, Heglam, who fathered Uzzah, and Ahihud and Sheharim fathered sons in the country of Moab after he had sent away Husham and Bera his wives. He fathered sons of Hodesh his wife, Jobab, Zibiah, Mesha, Malcolm, Jeuz, Sakia, and Mirmah. These were his sons, heads of fathers' houses. He also fathered sons by Hushim, Abitub, and Elpaal. The sons of Elpaal, Eber, Misham, and Shemed, who built Ona and Lod with its towns, and Beriah and Shema. They were heads of fathers' houses of the inhabitants of Ajalon, who caused the inhabitants of Gath to flee. And Ao, Shashik, and Jeremoth, Zebediah, Arcad, Eder, Michael, Ishpa, and Joha were sons of Beriah. Zebediah, Meshullam, Hizki, Heber, Ishmerai, Islah, and Jobab were the sons of Elpaal. Jacob, Zecher, Zabdi, Elaniah, Zilethai, Eliel, Adaiah, Beriah, and Shimrath were the sons of Shimei. Ishpan, Eber, Eliel, Abdon, Zikri, Hanan, Hananiah, Elam, Anthiosia, Ifdiah, and Penuel were the sons of Shashik. Shamsherai, Sheherah, Athaliah, Jereshia, Elijah, and Zitri were the sons of Jeroam. These were the heads of fathers' houses according to their generations, chief men. They lived in Jerusalem. Jael, the father of Gibeon, lived in Gibeon, and the name of his wife was Maachah. His firstborn son, Abdon, then Zur, Kish, Baal, Nadab, Gedor, Ahio, Secher, and Mikloth. He fathered Shimeah. Now these also lived opposite their kinsmen in Jerusalem with their kinsmen. Ner was the father of Kish, Kish of Saul, Saul of Jonathan, Malchishua, Abindab, and Eshbaal. And the son of Jonathan were Merabiel, and Merabiel was the father of Micah. The sons of Micah, Pethan, Melech, Tariah, and Ahaz. Ahaz fathered Jehoiada, and Jehoiada fathered Elameth, Asmaveth, and Zimri. Zimri fathered Moza. Moza fathered Beniah. Rapha was his son. Eliesh his son. Azel his son. Azel had 6 sons, and these are their names: Azrikam, Bokeru, Ishmael, Shariah, Obadiah, and Hanan. All these were the sons of Azel. The sons of Eshek his brother, Ulam his firstborn, Jaash the second, Eliphalet the third. The sons of Ulam were men who were mighty warriors, bowmen, having many sons and grandsons, 150. All these were Benjamites. Acts chapter 27, verses 1 through 20. And when it was decided that we should sail for Italy, they delivered Paul and some other prisoners to a centurion of the Augustan cohort named Julius. And embarking in a ship of Adrian Idiom, which was about to sail to the ports along the coast of Asia, we put to sea, accompanied by Aristarchus, a Macedonian from Thessalonica. The next day we put in at Sidon, and Julius treated Paul kindly and gave him leave to go to his friends and be cared for. And putting out to sea from there, we sailed under the lee of Cyprus, because the winds were against us. And when we had sailed across the open sea along the coast of Cilicia and Pamphylia, we came to Myra in Lycia. There the centurion found a ship of Alexandria sailing for Italy, and put us on board. We sailed slowly for a number of days and arrived with difficulty off Cnidus, and as the wind did not allow us to go farther, we sailed under the lee of Crete off Salmone, coasting along it with difficulty. We came to a place called Fair Havens, near which was the city of Lasea. Since much time had passed and the voyage was now dangerous because even the fast was already over, Paul advised them, saying, Sirs, I perceive that the voyage will be with injury and much loss, not only of the cargo and the ship, but also of our lives. But the centurion paid more attention to the pilot and to the owner of the ship than to what Paul said. And because the harbor was not suitable to spend the winter in, the majority decided to put out to sea from there, and on chance that somehow they could reach Phoenix, a harbor of Crete facing both southwest and northwest, and spend the winter there. And when the south wind blew, gently supposing that they had obtained their purpose, they weighed anchor and sailed along Crete, close to the shore. But soon a tempestuous wind, called the northeaster, struck down from the land, and when the ship was caught and could not face the wind, we gave way to it and were driven along, running under the lee of a small island called Ceuta. We managed with difficulty to secure the ship's boat. After hoisting it up, they used supports to undergird the ship. Then, fearing that they would run aground on the Syrtis, they lowered the gear, and thus they were driven along. Since we were violently storm-tossed, they began the next day to jettison the cargo, and the third day they threw the ship's tackle overboard. and with their own hands. When neither sun nor stars appeared for many days, and no small tempest lay on us, all hope for our being saved was at last abandoned. Proverbs chapter 18, verse 22. He who finds a wife finds a good thing and obtains favor from the Lord.